Sports City, chefs, Sports City, chefs. Yeah. Cavi, Taj.
What's going on, Sports City? It's your boy Sirius, and it's a privilege and a pleasure to be bringing you another edition of Finger Food right here on YouTube. Sports City Chefs, the network and affiliate of SportsCityChefs.com. As I customly always say, if you're not currently a subscriber, I would definitely urge you guys to become a subscriber. Right here on YouTube, we are also on a plethora of other platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. As I always say, these feelings and these thoughts are those of my own and do not represent the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, and the Sports City Chefs as a company. As promised, I wanted to dive into the Week 8 matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. For Steelers fans, this game is personal. When the schedule came out, we all looked to see when would be the first time we would get our shot at the Cleveland Browns. This is a team that, in most circles, were picked to win the division. They were the darlings of the offseason. They went out and signed Jadeveon Clowney and a bunch of others. Baker Mayfield, the latter part of last year, actually was playing winning football and was being known for his actions on the field and less about the commercials and endorsements that he got off the field. And this was the team that knocked us out of the playoffs. So obviously the thinking would be that they would take a step forward, the Steelers would take a step back, thus supplanting the Steelers as AFC North champions and making that the Cleveland Browns. As we fast forward into Week 8, a couple of things I wanted to bring to everybody's attention. If you look at the numbers, okay, those of you guys that know me know I'm a numbers guy. By the numbers, the Cleveland Browns should dominate this football game. They are 7th in offense. They are ranked 4th in defense. They rank number 1 in the league in rushing. As opposed to Pittsburgh, we have the 3rd worst offense in football. Our defense is number 5 in the nation, which is to be expected. We don't throw the ball particularly well, and we are second to last in rushing the football. So when you look at how this game can potentially unfold on paper, notice how I said on paper, the Cleveland Browns should definitely serve and win this game at home. A couple of injury things that I needed to bring to you guys' attention. Both the Browns and the Steelers coming to this game pretty banged up. As I currently sit here, we don't know the status of quarterback Baker Mayfield for this game. He sat out last game, and the veteran Case Keenum managed to get a win against the Denver Broncos last Thursday night. Right now, Nick Chubb says he's going to play. We'll still wait to be seen. Odell Beckham's dealing with a shoulder. Myles Garrett, AJ Green, Malik Jackson. A couple others are dealing with bumps and bruises. That could be a tremendous blow to them and their success as they try to get a division win. Pittsburgh does not come into this game injury-free themselves. Melvin Ingram is dealing with some things. Chase Claypool still has a nagging hamstring. James Washington has a groin issue. Cam Hayward has an interesting back situation. Devin Bush is on again, off again with a groin. Obviously, Big Ben is banged all the way up, so we'll see how that works out. We expect him to play, but again, this just given the injury report here, there's a lot that we can glean from what's being reported as far as injuries are concerned. Honestly, gentlemen, I'm looking forward to this game. I really am looking forward to this game. We come off a bye week, getting singularly focused to take care of our business in our own stadiums and stadiums that we're in, and not really have to scoreboard watch, so to speak. These next 4, in my opinion, are very, very winnable, as were the other ones, but these particular 4 are extremely, extremely winnable when you start dealing with the Cleveland Browns, the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, and then we have a Sunday night tilt with the LA Chargers, a team that we've fared quite well against. But again, that's the Phillip Rivers Chargers. Justin Herbert's a whole different animal. So we can take care of business coming out of this bye week between 4 very winnable games. That puts us in position to really make a legitimate run at not only the division, but definitely some AFC pride here. The Cleveland Browns do one thing and one thing well. They run the football. I'm not going to make no bones about it. You come off the bus knowing that the Cleveland Browns are going to put the ball into the gut of whoever's back there. It doesn't matter if it's Nick Chubb or Dearness Johnson or the guy they brought in from Walmart. It doesn't matter. They're going to run the football, and it's going to be our job to stop that. Now, if you listen to how I spoke last week, Alex Collins ran the ball at the second half at an alarming clip. I really do hope that during this bye week and during this week in practice that we focus on gap assignments, that we focus on tackling and making sure we wrap up and put opponents on the ground and not necessarily go for a big hit, that we are paying attention to our keys and our cues. Regardless of whether Baker Mayfield plays or not, Case Keenum is no scrub. He's been in this league a great deal and understands how to read defenses. So it's not anything that we can go out there and do to fool him. We just got to make the plays that are there. Offensively, I really want to see us mix some things up. There is no rule, there is no law that says we have to run the football every first down. I really believe that if we can get creative and kind of open some things up and then go back to ground and pound, Najee Harris, Kellen Ballage, Benny Snell, and the rest of our backs should have a nice day running the football. I do believe that Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool and James Washington and company should be able to find some space in a secondary that has been known to have gotten torched several times. So this is, again, goes to Matt Canada being able to take a look at what's being given and take a look at the film that we all can see and make some adjustments. Just because you have Najee Harris, your new toy, doesn't mean you have to jam him into a loaded box. Just because it's 1st and 10 or 2nd and 1 doesn't mean we have to do what the quote unquote book says we need to do. Defensively, I want us to get aggressive. I want us to, get up and challenge the receiver. Peoples-Jones has carved out a niche for himself in this offense. Obviously, Jarvis Landry need no endorsement from me or anybody else. This is a guy who is an all-situation type of player and has seen it, done it, and produced it. So we need to be aware of where he's at all times and make sure we neutralize his effectiveness on the game as much as possible. But I really do believe this is a game that we can and should be able to win. I do believe that based off the given stats, Cleveland is significantly better, but this is an attitude adjustment game for me. A division isn't going to be won today. A championship isn't going to be crowned, but the last time we saw these guys, they were dancing, on the 50-yard line as we were going home. and I kind of want to eradicate that picture from my mind. So looking forward to the game. I'm sure I'll be able to break it down on an episode of Sports City in the next coming days. But with that being said, I definitely, wanted to thank you all for your time. Definitely wanted to encourage you guys who are not currently a subscriber to once again become a subscriber right here on YouTube. Also wanted to give a shout out to my brothers and sisters over there on Clubhouse, the barbershop, a sister station here, Sports City Chefs. We definitely do a lot of work with them, so I want to give a shout out to those guys who make that possible for all of us here. Definitely check out the blogs and the rest of the merchandise that we have on our website. I've got some stuff coming out in the next couple of weeks due to the fact that the weather's getting colder. So we got hoodies coming and long t-shirts and things of that nature. With that being said, it's been a pleasure and a privilege. God bless. Catch you guys on the next one.
Sports City, chefs, Sports City, chefs. Yeah. Cabby, Taj.